Got one more story about Milan.
Good.
Okay. I want to hit this. It's about the Last Supper.
Okay.
Something I want you to Google at home or whatever, because we didn't know this. Maybe you know this, but we don't. But we've got pictures. We got amazing video. Oh, I'll share about the video, which I shouldn't have. But the Last Supper, Da Vinci painted it, and they always show the same picture on the internet. It's the same picture where it goes right down to the table.
Yeah.
Well, what they don't show you is two things. One, that's not a painting. That's literally a mural on a wall, and it's huge. It's a huge wall at the end of this gallery, right? Well, what they don't tell you is that gallery is where it was basically the monks' dinner table. It was their meeting hall.
Their dining hall.
Hall, right? So the
monastery.
The complete wall at the end of this thing is the Last Supper. But what they don't show you below that is the door. So at the bottom of the Last Supper, if you look on the picture, there's a little picture that looks like it's part of the table. It's round. It's not. That's the top of a door. So what happened is Da Vinci painted this. And then, of course, he passed away, however long went. The monks still used the monastery. Well, apparently this pissed off Italian monk cook, you can just imagine this guy, right? Every day he's in the meeting hall having to go around this wall to the cook 1,000 times a year. He has to go from the meeting hall to the kitchen, to the meeting hall. Finally, this pissed off Italian, I can't take it anymore. I'm building a door. So he builds a door through the bottom of the Last Supper.
Through the bottom of the Last Supper.
Now, eventually, they realized that this Da Vinci guy might be pretty good. And at that point, they stop the whole doorway thing and block it up and mix it all up. And they don't allow video in the place. I didn't know this. The tour that we went in with, they take you in blocks and segments. They forgot to mention no video. So I go in and I'm videoing all around, and I get like hand tackled by the Italian, security. But that's why you don't see a lot of this, and people don't include a lot of the pictures. But if you go online, you can see the bottom of the Last Supper is actually a doorway of a pissed off cook.
It should be.
Who just wanted a shorter walk to the kitchen.
You can just picture this guy. To hell with it. I'm sick and tired of walking, or whatever. Maybe I'm French.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't know that the monks were probably that. I don't know. Maybe they were. So it's still a cathedral. So where it's at, it's still a cathedral. It's actually still monastery. It's run by the monks.
No, I don't want Amazon.
And
oh, are you looking it up?
That right there?
Yeah. Go ahead and click on that and switch over and look at it. So you can get a better picture, and you should.
Oh, it's going to be so small.
Okay. But
I'll still put it up.
But that is not the table to the Last Supper. That's
a freaking door.
That's a pissed off cook's legacy.
That does kind of give you a little perspective of how big that mural
how
is.
big the mural
right,
is.
Right.
The mural is,
and the detail, right?
My grandparents had a big painting of the Last Supper,
Uh-huh.
in their living room for as far as I can remember. And in reproductions of it, the prints of it, you don't ever see the door. But,
no.
And I never knew that it was a mural.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a mural.
I didn't either.
I thought it was a painting in a gallery but it is. It's a mural here. And the cool thing, there's two little pieces of this story when we go in and see it. And at the other side of the dining hall, there is another beautiful mural. It wasn't painted by Leonardo, but so they commissioned him to paint this, and he was taking forever. Like he'd been on it like a year. And so across from the cathedral is another little like tourist area. Like, oh, you can see Leonardo's apartment where he lived.
Right.
Well, the only reason he lived there is because he wouldn't finish the painting. And they are like, forget this. Get his ass over here. He's gonna stay across from the monastery, so he'll finish the damn painting.
Leonardo was essentially a lazy artist.
Yeah.
So
I can relate. I can relate.
Yeah,
I get it.
Like,
I get it.
I don't want to finish the stupid wall.
Yeah.
But it survived the World War II bombings.
Oh wow.
And so that was cool. So when they built the door, they didn't realize what they had. And then World War II, they're like, oh, this is, and so there are pictures in this little museum. I guess you'd call it museum, but it's the monastery, and there are pictures of after the bombings. And I mean, the whole thing, like the cathedral was bombed, but they knew what they had, and so they sandbagged. They put some reinforcement kind of ceiling type thing, and there are pictures where like middle of the dining hall, everything around it is all rubble, but it is standing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that was pretty
That's
cool.
a great piece of history right there.
Yep,
Yeah, it
Very
is.
cool.
World War II, couldn't touch it. Pissed off Italian cook,
Put a door.
He got his door.
He got his door.
almost took it down.
I'm so sick of walking through here.
There's a lesson there. The Germans, not that big a deal.
Mm-mm.
A pissed off Italian chef, you don't screw with.
That's right. You don't screw with it.
True.